In the NBA, the starting five can make or break a team's season. But sometimes, teams just get it horribly wrong. Let's look at the 10 worst starting fives in NBA history, where talent just didn't come together. Starting off with the Detroit Pistons in the 2012-2013 season. With a dismal 29-53 record, this lineup had little to cheer about. The team was led by Tayshaun Prince, a former champion with the 2004 Pistons. But by this season, Prince was past his prime. Add in the names like Brandon Knight and Rodney Stuckey, and you've got a squad that just couldn't get it done. They didn't win a single game with this five on the court together. Next, the 2011-2012 Charlotte Bobcats. Finishing with a brutal 7-59 record, this team's lineup, featuring rookies like Kemba Walker, was simply overmatched. Alongside him were players like Bismack Biyombo, Byron Mullins, and Gerald Henderson, none of whom could carry the weight. The Bobcats weren't just bad, they were historically bad. You'd be hard-pressed to find a worse starting five in NBA history. In 2009-2010, the Washington Wizards took a step into the abyss. With key player Gilbert Arenas out, they had to rely on a starting five featuring Andre Blatche, JaVale McGee, and Al Thornton. The result? A 6-game losing streak. When Blatche is your top option, things aren't looking good. Still, this lineup helped the Wizards secure the top pick in the 2010 NBA draft and select John Wall. Moving on to the 2008-2009 Sacramento Kings. A team in turmoil, this lineup featured Spencer Hawes, Jason Thompson, and Bino Udrih. While these players were decent, they didn't gel together. The Kings struggled to develop their roster, and this lineup epitomized their failure. They couldn't get a single win over 6 games with these players leading the charge. Then there's the 2014-2015 Los Angeles Lakers, a team that will be remembered for its injuries. With stars sidelined, the Lakers were forced to field a starting five that included Robert Sarver, Ryan Kelly, and Wayne Ellington, with Jordan Clarkson as the lone bright spot. This lineup went 0-6, highlighting the depth of the Lakers' issues that season. Fast forward to 2021-2022, and the Oklahoma City Thunder were in full tank mode. This lineup was comprised of journeyman and bench players like Isaiah Roby, Vit Krejci, and Xavier Simpson. While they managed one win, it was clear this lineup wasn't built to compete, as the Thunder struggled through a rough season that ultimately led to a top draft pick. The 2018-2019 New York Knicks were a dumpster fire of a team. With names like Kadeem Allen, Noah Vonleh, and Damian Dotson in the starting five, it's no surprise the Knicks were terrible. Despite the promise of future stars, this lineup couldn't put anything together, and Knicks fans likely wanted to forget this season ever happened. Much like the Knicks, the 2018-2019 Chicago Bulls also struggled. Robin Lopez was the best player on this squad, but surrounded by bench players like Shaquille Harrison and Raul Atkins, it was clear the Bulls were rebuilding and tanking their way through the season. Their starting five couldn't compete at a high level, making for one of the worst rosters in recent memory. In 2016-2017, the Memphis Grizzlies rolled out a very young and inexperienced lineup with JaMychal Green, Jarrell Martin, and Wade Baldwin. They were dominated by the Minnesota Timberwolves in a 36-point blowout, and it was clear that many of these players wouldn't have a long-term future with the team. Sometimes, young talent just isn't enough. Finally, the 2011-2012 New Jersey Nets. With a lineup featuring Sheldon Williams, Chris Humphries, and Marshawn Brooks, the Nets were in rough shape. Though these players could contribute in short bursts, they were never meant to be starters. This lineup made it clear why the Nets were struggling during this period. So, there you have it, the 10 worst starting fives in NBA history. It just goes to show that, even in the NBA, not every lineup can be a winner. What do you think? Did we miss any bad starting fives? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more NBA content.